Okay, stream is starting. It says closed source over here. Let's take a look if YouTube is in agreement that we're here. I see Inget's in the chat. Hello. Hello, Inget. There we go. That looks like we're live. Very good. And I am going to go to Discord because we might as well. And we'll log on to the server in a moment. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there. How are you doing today?
Hello there.
Oh, you can hear yourself in the background.
Alright, I guess.
Alright.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. I'm good. I'm logging in right now. And oh yeah, there we go. Alright. So, I have a good couple of first days of the year.
Yes.
You guess? You're not sure?
Yeah, I went to the doctor's assistant or whatever you want to call it, had a little talk. And they're thinking about sending me to a therapist, but then again, it's kind of like, yeah, no.
Why not?
Well, it's gonna take a hit from my own risk, and I'm still paying off the old one, so yeah, no cash for that at the moment. And on the other hand, it's like it's not gonna solve anything specifically for me because there's nothing nobody else can do about it. Like, this just gonna take some time to get out of it, and after that we can still decide if I still need it or not.
Okay.
And yes, I'm very depressed.
Then you need a therapist.
Yeah, something like that. Like, yeah, no, not in the mood for that. Like, I know I'm depressed, but it's not gonna be solved by just talking about it, at least not in this case. This just takes time, and once the time comes, then it's all good, as far as that is concerned.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of like a situation like, I need to mop the floor, but the faucet is still turned on, you know? So kind of like mopping the floor when the faucet is still running. So it's kind of like there's no point.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's something that needs time then, but you can always try to enjoy yourself in the meantime. That also helps, I think.
Oh, definitely. Like, for me personally, I don't experience it as depression, but other people say like, oh, you're suppressed. Take some meds and go to a therapist. It's like, what? Like, for me, like, the experience, it's like, yeah, no, I'm not really like experienced it as, oh, I'm depressed. At least not in that way as other people think. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know it's not healthy the way that I'm thinking, but like, it's gonna change once I'm out of debt, you know? Like, that's just how it is.
Well, maybe you could like try doing some like CBT on your own. That's like cognitive behavioral therapy, which is a lot to do with thinking and fixing your thinking. You don't necessarily need to go to a therapist for that. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
well, it's the reason why it got brought up is because the stuff that was happening with my brain, that I couldn't remember stuff. And it's like, yeah, the majority was that I had vitamin D deficiency.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a major thing. And then there was also the fact that, I have a lot of trauma in my life. And it's like, yeah, well, it's not going to disappear as long as I'm in debt. So, like, paying off my debt is like also like letting go of the past, as in like, yeah, I'm no longer in that situation that people put me in. So that it gives me a little bit more of an like relief, as in like, yeah, they put me in there, but I'm out of it now, so now I can let it go, kind of situation. Like, they can talk about it, but it's not gonna fix the issue, because if I'm living it and I'm still suffering it from because of that, it's not gonna fix anything because I'm being reminding of it every single day.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, oh, this this person stole 100 euros from me. Now I don't have 100 euros to buy food. Well, it's not gonna fix the problem by talking about it. No, I need food in order to, like, compensate for what happened. So it's kind of that situation, as in like, it's kind of hard to explain, but just in general, it's like, just because that person did that, I am now suffering, and that suffering is not gonna go away unless I'm out of that. Like, oh, now I got money again. Now I can buy food, for an example.
Yeah.
Not that I don't have any food. I still have food and I still have some cash, but it's just that specific point, as in like, there's no point on talking about it because it's gonna resolve itself eventually. It just takes a little bit longer.
Okay, well then you don't have to be depressed then, because it's going to resolve itself eventually.
Exactly. So that's why I don't see myself as depressed. I may sound depressed, but I don't experience it as depression. If that makes sense.
Oh, here we go. I need some of that.
So yeah, that got brought up today, and it also turns out that I have a lot of contained anger.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But again, it's related to my past, and yeah, my past is not gonna go away or gonna be resolved because there's literally nothing I can do about it. Like, the majority has already been like past the 5-year mark, so there's no point. It's not like, oh, we're gonna arrest this person now and make sure that they get their punishment. Like, this is just not how it works, Like, what happened, and it's also due to my own fault that I let it happen, due to that I lacked the information back then. And it's just like this whole process of just like getting out of it is just like, yeah, pay off your debt so you have a complete reset. Then you can start living your life again, and you can forget about the past because you're not being reminded of it every single day because you don't have cash to do anything. Like, oh, I want to go to the movies, but I don't have cash because that stupid person screwed me over, Like, like, once you actually have the capability of doing it, you're just going to forget about it all in general because, well, it's not hurting you now. You're not suffering now anymore, Like, you paid it off. You're done. So now you can move on.
Yeah. But you could, like, take a bag and put some old clothes in it and make like a punching bag if you want to like deal with some anger.
Yeah, stuff like that. But in all honesty, I don't want to break my wrist again. Already done it once, and I broke my wrist.
Yeah, but you don't have to make it a super hard punching bag.
Nah, but just in general, like it's like, for me, like, today I was just very, like, I don't know, kind of depressed, as in like I'm giving up on stuff. Not that I'm suicidal or anything. It's just like, I don't know. It's kind of like a mood today, I guess. Like, stuff got brought up today, and it's just like, But again, I don't feel like I'm experiencing depression. It's like, yeah, well, it's gonna be all right. But it's also kind of like contradicting myself because, like, on one hand, I'm afraid, and the other one is like, I hope it comes through. I hope it comes through. But it's also like, no, you're giving yourself false hope. So it's kind of like contradicting one another. And it's just like, what do I do with this? Nothing. Well, okay then. Then just move on then. Yeah, but no, nothing but, like, you're constantly, like, fighting with yourself, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's just a day and a half today. It's just like realizing, like, wow, it's been so long, and it's like that it still affects me is kind of surprising me, as in like, wow, I did not expect that. Or just realizing that all the dreams that I had in the past are now just died off, and it's just depressing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, it's like, where have the time gone? You know, by the time I'm done, I'm already so old. I won't be able to do the things that I would have done when I was younger.
What is this? Sometime this year?
Yeah, in 6 months, I'll be able to pay off my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So that saves me like 100 a month, which means I can pay off the rest
Yeah.
a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And after it's all paid off, it's like, wow, I'm free. I can finally live a life that I was supposed to live. You know, I can finally like do the things that I should have been able to do when I was 18.
Mm.
Like enjoy life, you know, hang out with people, or just like go to the movies or the bar or stuff like that, you know, or travel, go on vacation for heck's sake, you know. It's like, when is the last time I actually went on vacation? I can't even remember. But it's like, wow, I can finally do that now, you know. And it's like, yeah, I have to go alone because I don't have any social skills. So yeah, it's so complicated, because also my handicaps got brought up today. It's like, yeah, you're 80, you have ADHD. It's like, yeah, and like, but I don't want to blame anything on my handicaps, you know. Oh, because I have this, I won't be able to get any friends, or oh, it's gonna be difficult, or you know, that kind of stuff. It's like the same that triggers me with people that are labeled as dyslexic. It's like, yeah, I've been labeled as dyslexic, but if you give them a paper, they will read out the entire paper. It's like, excuse me, I'm struggling with this for like my entire life, and you are labeled as dyslexic? Come on, what the hell?
Oh, it's probably different degrees, like a sliding
Yeah,
scale.
true, but what I also noticed, the fact, and that pisses me off the most, is like, oh, you're labeled dyslexic, and you can literally see and know that they're just taking advantage of this and being absolutely lazy. Because on one hand, they go like, oh, I get a letter, oh, I'm interested in this, and they read it right out. And then when they have to read something that they don't want to, it's like, no, I can't read, I'm dyslexic. It's like, what the hell? It just triggers me. And then, like, these days, everybody is labeled everything, you know? It's just like, but what about the people that truly are struggling, you know? It's like so unfair. And, like, especially when, like a couple of years ago, it's like people literally got bullied, and it was not being tolerated as, oh, you're just faking it. You're a child. Go to school, learn to read, and that kind of shit. But these days, like, oh, I'm just like, oh, you poor thing. I mean, come on. You know, it's like, I understand that times changes, but this is just ridiculous. And like, it feels so hypocritical. As in, like, oh, first you go like, yeah, go to school and learn to read. And now it's like, oh, you poor thing. I mean, where were you when I needed it, you know? It's just frustrating. But that's just how the world works these days. And it's like, wow. You know, it's just like all these things that are being brought up lately are just, I don't know, triggering me in some way that lets me pour out my frustration and emotions. But again, I don't experience it as depression or like, I don't know.
Hang on, that's terracotta. Concrete powder. Yeah, that's what I was... Oh, I was doing it like that. Okay.
I think a better word of it is, like, the majority of stuff, I just grew numb to it. Like, with caring about stuff, you know? Like, with some games that I'm playing, like, there's some stuff going on now, and I just honestly don't care about it anymore. Or, like, other stuff. I used to love, like, doing a lot of stuff with the computer, and now these days I just honestly don't care about it anymore. and it's just like I grew numb to it, and that's basically one of the reasons why I start going there, because I wanted to know what is going on. Why am I suddenly no longer interested in the majority of stuff? Is it just that I gave up, or is it that I'm frustrated, or is it just that, oh, I'm too old now and there's no point? Because whatever happens, then just accept it. That
Or
reality is
interests
unfair.
change. Could be that you just have different interests now. I mean, I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft back in the day. Like, I played World of Warcraft 4 or 5 hours a day, and I don't do that anymore either. It's not that I don't like the game anymore, I'm just not super interested anymore.
Now, for me, it's different, to be honest. Like, for me, it's like, because, I don't know, like, first it was a necessity to survive, to shut my brain down, to not to deal with the majority of stuff, because it was just a very bad experience in general.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I don't have to survive anymore, in a way, as like, oh, I need to be careful, I need to distract myself, so I don't have to think about it. Since that disappear, like, it's so quiet that I don't even know what to do with myself.
Find a new hobby?
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know what to think, to be honest. Like, it's so, I don't know, like, if you're so used to noise in your head and suddenly it's dead quiet, it's scary as hell.
Oh, stuck inside the thing. Maybe try meditating then. Get used to the noise.
I've been doing that, but because it's so quiet now, like, I automatically meditate without even realizing it. As in, like, it's so quiet that I started to feel like, how can I say it? I start feeling other things that I don't want to feel, as in, like, I'm starting to pick things up around me. As in, like, because I'm already sensitive in general, I start picking up other people's emotions, and it affects me so badly without even me noticing it. And I don't like that feeling at all, to feel other people like that, you know, like feeling their movements, or like anything around me, like I'm oversensitive. Like, I don't know, it's kind of like feeling the wind from a kilometer away, so to say. It's just too many things that I'm picking up, and it's like you're gonna lose yourself, or it's so quiet that you feel that you're like no longer here.
What about guided meditations? You can get those for free online. They get to focus on what they're saying.
Yeah, I'm not really into that, to be honest. Like, if it comes to meditation and stuff, I mean, it's so hard to explain. I'm difficult, I know. I don't know how to explain it. It's like meditation in general. Like, it's not that I'm bad at it. I'm actually like accelerating in it, but that comes with a lot of other things as well. Like I said, I'm oversensitive to the majority of stuff, so you picked up everything. And even when I meditate with guidance or not, it's still gonna have the same result.
Alright, well then get another hobby then. That keeps your mind occupied. Maybe try writing again.
No, I haven't. Like, I wouldn't even know what to write about, to be honest.
I don't know, maybe take some of your old stories and rewrite them. Give it a new spin.
I don't know. I'm just like, mentally, I'm just so lost at the moment. It's like, on one thing, there's nothing going on, and the other thing, there's like too much going on. As in, like, all these things from my past just surfacing just because I'm no longer worrying about stuff, and like cutting people off that are being toxic also helped a bit. And it's just like, wow, it's so quiet. And now that my field of vision has gone way bigger, like you start to think, and because it's so quiet, especially when you're meditating, it's like way more things are coming into view, and it's like, what do I do with it? You know, where do I want to go? And then it's like nothing pops up. It's hard to explain, to be honest, because I don't quite understand it myself.
Oh dear.
It's like telling somebody about love, but you never experienced it yourself. So how would you know how it would feel like, for example? It's so complicated to explain it if you don't know how. Like the things that I pick up and feel is so confusing to me sometimes because I don't have words for it. It's like, I don't know. It's just something you feel and pick up, and there are no description on how to describe it. Or I'm just straight up being called a nut job. They're like, you're crazy.
I know. Have people said that?
Yes. There are people out there that actually said that.
Oh yeah, probably people online mostly. There we go.
So right now I'm just trying to figure stuff out, as in like time-wise, it's just first I would like to see what happens to me once the debt has been paid off, and see how I react to that, because right now there's just like, regardless of what I do, nothing is going to change until it's paid off. And I probably reinvent myself as in like, oh, I'm free now, I can do stuff. But then like reinventing myself, so to say.
Yeah. This one, that one. A whole new Marvin.
Yep. Well, I did notice a lot of changes to myself, to be honest. Like, I act completely different than I did in the past. Alright. Let's see, I need to break some glass for the water. I'm actually building the stuff at the dam right now.
Oh yeah. All filling up all the space.
But yeah, mentally I'm just trying to figure stuff out. Like, the things that I should have learned when I was little are now learning. And it's like, it's very confrontational, to be honest. Like, also dealing with my life choices, as in like taking responsibility of it and try to learn from it.
That's something everybody has to do at some points. Going here.
But there's a lot of good things though. Like, I'm actually looking forward to paying stuff off, and like, I don't know, to finally live how it's supposed to live.
Maybe make some plans for what you're gonna do.
Well, I already have plans for that. Like, I kind of want to, once I've paid off and I got my house in order, like, I will have my nephews spend the night and that kind of stuff, you know, spend some time with them and play some games, and I don't know, just be there, you know? It's kind of hard to explain. It's like, oh, you become a dad. Yeah, how does it feel to be a dad? Yeah, I don't know. Be a dad yourself and you will know, you know? Or how is it to be a mom? It's like, I don't know. get a child and figure it out yourself. Like, these are only things you can like explain by experiencing it. At least that's the best description I can give it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have like a lot of things that I still need to figure out and deal with. I just don't know how. Because, again, it's no point to like talk about financial stuff if it's still going. You know, like, oh, you have troubles paying your bills because you're in debt. It's like, yeah, I know. You know, what are you gonna do about it? Give me a huge bag of money so I can pay it off, and then after that, what else is gonna happen? You know, I don't know, because I haven't gotten there yet. And even if somebody comes at me with a huge bag of money, you know, like it's not gonna like fix it in the way of like, okay, you got money now, but I didn't earn it, you know, like it's like this problem is mine to bear, so to say. Like, it's nice that people want to help, but this is something that I've done to myself in a way because I should have seen it coming. And I think it's my responsibility to solve it. And if other people paid my debt, for an example, then I feel guilty because I took something from that other person, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even when people donate, I kind of, sometimes I just feel a little guilty. It's like, are you doing this because you pity me, or are you doing this because you legitimately want to help? And sometimes I struggle with that.
Okay, but what's the difference?
The difference is that when people do it because they want to, it's a completely different experience for me. Because if people do it because they pity me, then I will feel even worse. Because it's not out of like they want to help, they just feel sad and pathetic that I'm nobody, that I'm unable to do stuff, you know, that kind of negativity feeling compared to like, I want to help you because I want to, you know, it's more generous that way, if that makes sense. Like, if somebody does it out of pity, it just feels like, yeah, I have pity on you, so it just makes me feel bad because it just proves that I'm unable to do it on my own.
Gesundheit in the meantime.
At least that's how I will experience it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm grateful that people are willing to help. But sometimes, and this is something that I always had, I never truly know if people's intent is the way that they mean it, as in like, because I have so many people in my life that took advantage of me. They say one thing and do another. And that got me into so much trouble over the years that I'm very hesitant to open up in certain ways. Because I don't want to get hurt anymore. Like, it's like, oh, this person gave me money, he must be my friend. And then suddenly, oh, you know, you hear something that's like, yeah, I stole his bike and I gave him like 50 euros and I told him I wanted to help him out because I feel sad for him, you know, but they were the ones to steal my bike, for an example, you know. It's like, excuse me, or it's like, oh, I'm giving money now and then I'll make then I will use them later, you know. Like, for example, when I took somebody in, lived with me for half a year, and then they skedoodle and I never hear from them again. It's like, yeah, excuse me, my bills went up, my expenses went up, and you just skedoodle and never say, and I never see you again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, what did I do it for? You know, like, being nice is a curse and a blessing at the same time. Like, some people, or the majority of people, will figure out, or at least pick up if people are being manipulated or not. In my case, I don't see it at all
Oh yeah.
because of my handicaps. You know, like my ADHD.
Mm.
Like, as I mentioned before, I take things at face value. So if somebody says I hate you, I'll take that at face value. But other people will probably pick up, oh, he's just joking. But I'll take it seriously. And because of that, people took so much advantage of me. It's like, oh, I'm being nice to him now, and then later on I will crush him, you know, because I want to see his reaction.
Mm.
And then they enjoy and collect my tears of suffering and then laugh at my face, kind of scenario.
Mm.
And it's not the first time, you know. It's like, oh, I'm trying to be nice and this is my fang. You know, like, ruining myself just to help somebody else. And then once they have it okay and good again, then they skedoodle, and when people need to return the favor, they don't. As a, like, I help you, and it would be nice if I can get help as well. And then they only take and never give back, so to say.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that happened way too much.
What's going on now?
Rubble.
Again?
I saw somebody walking with golden armor at my place on the edge.
No, it's not armor.
Oh, what is it? A new duck skin?
It's a new skin.
I saw something yellow, and it was like, oh, okay.
It's a cross in the heart.
Huh?
But yeah, just in general, I'm just, like, mentally damaged in general. But it doesn't mean that everybody is like that, you know? Like, there are good people out there. You guys have proven that more than once. And I'm grateful for that. And I do appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. It restored my faith in humanity just a little.
+1.
But it just shows on how rare and difficult it can be to actually have people that actually give a damn.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are focused on their own thing. For sure.
Well, not only that, but the majority of people just only think about themselves. It's like, how can I profit or benefit from this, regardless of what happens to the other person?
Yeah, and it's only
And
gonna
that's
get worse
just
with the economy.
that's just sad.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Here.
And I'm sorry I'm so depressing. I'm just, like, a lot of things are coming up lately.
Mm-hmm. I'm just counting rows. Whoop.
But yeah, having a tough task that I'm dealing with, and, like, the worst thing of it is that for the majority of my life I was alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I missed out on a lot of stuff in my youth. And now all is being changed, as in, like, oh, you can do it now, but now you're too old. You can't do it anymore.
Hmm. Like what sort
Because
of thing?
if you do, you will be arrested.
Oh, that I don't need to know about.
Well, just in general, you know, like, I was just kidding around. Like, for example, I don't know.
that you can get arrested.
Playing
No, it's not like
in a ball pit
hanging
at
with
McDonald's.
No, I was more saying about hanging out with teenagers, as in like, oh, they go to like the movies or like stuff like that, like hanging out and do like teenage stuff, like go to amusement parks. But as you get older, you don't really go to amusement parks anymore.
So cold.
Yeah, you do. Of course you do.
People go to amusement parks. Sure.
I go.
It's just a little awkward to go alone. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
You
true.
could if you wanted to.
I'm sorry, I have very bad examples. It's just like, I don't know, like, like it's also like,
What's that?
You shouldn't limit yourself in that way.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know these type of things because I don't really have any experience of it. Because I couldn't do those things. And now that I'm going to be able to do those things, I'm kind of like, what am I allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do?
Also, TomTom's in the chat saying, howdy, Choco, Marvin, Inge, and everyone leave a like. That's what he says.
And hello to you too. But yeah, for me, it's like also because people get older, they all have jobs, or the majority have jobs, so they don't have time.
Yeah.
And like for example, in the summer vacation period, the majority of people are just still working. But teenagers, for example, are, well, they're free. They can do whatever they want. They can go swimming, hang out, and, do things that teenagers do. Like go to the arcade or whatever,
Yeah.
But as an adult, it's kind of like, yeah, you can't do that. Or at least I feel like I can't do that. Like, for example, arcade. I don't think I've ever been to an arcade before.
There's still arcades.
I know they still exist. I've seen them, but I never actually been to one.
That's about time then.
And it's like, no, I think it's a place for teenagers. And for an adult, it's like, yeah, no, I kind of feel out of place,
That's how you feel, though. You can just go and do it.
Well, I think it also has to do with the... I think it also has to do with the incident a couple of years ago. And I think you guys may remember. Remember that I walked into a bar and then to the backside, and then it turned out it was a Sweet 16 party. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I couldn't read the text message on the door. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's just an accident. It's not like you did that on purpose.
True, but still, it's like awkward.
And you're like, I've been 16 once.
I honestly, I didn't know. Like, it was a bar, like a pub, but they do have like a back area, and sometimes during like carnival or that kind of stuff, it's open. And now the door was open again for an event. It's like, oh, wonder what's going on here. And then turned out it was a reservation for a 16-year birthday party. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. It's like, what are these kids doing here?
What are these kids doing here? You're not old enough to drink. Get out.
Exactly.
Happy Martin.
But yeah, it was just like one of those moments, It's like, oh, okay, I'm not welcome here. Awkward. Walk away in shame.
Yeah, don't look at anything. Walk away.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like, I think that's one of the reasons why I feel so awkward and I don't know what I can and cannot do because, well, I never really got the financial stuff to do it, or just in general, like, because I panic relatively easy if it comes to like public events. I feel very insecure and I'm relatively nervous. Like, I think Inga may recall when I first met Inga, I was a nervous wreck.
I remember.
And the same on my birthday. When you guys came over, I was shocked and so like, oh my god, they're here. And it was like,
what do I do?
My mind went completely blank. is because I rarely have any social interactions face to face. I'm fine on the internet, but face to face, I'm a nervous wreck.
Mm. Well, that's like a common thing,
All
I
it
think.
takes is practice, Marvin.
I know, but
Maybe you can go swimming with Inga sometime. Huh?
I could. Although I have been slightly more active lately. I don't quite have the money to do it. Like my brother also sometimes invites me to go swimming with the kids. So I am going out more since I live here, and I plan in the future to do more. I'm even planning, but that's gonna be in a couple of years, to actually go on vacation by myself for a change.
Yeah, that sounds fun. What about like joining
also by
a hobby
myself.
club or a club where they play board games or something? There's got to be something in the area.
Well, I used to go to a computer club. Well, it's not. Yeah, kind of. Like they hosted LAN parties,
Oh yeah.
and then eventually they stopped. And I also was part of a LARP group, as in like a live action role playing group.
Mm-hmm.
But they stopped as well. I was like,
No. Happens.
And airsoft, I'm too old for that.
Too old? Oh, they're like
Too
older
old.
guys running around.
Like my body will not tolerate that exercise. Like I cannot keep up with my brother.
Oh, that's different.
Like at all. Like it's such an intense sport that my body will not tolerate that. Like if I go do air stuff right now, don't get me wrong, I love doing it, but I will regret it the next day or the same day, depending if I go through my back or not.
Yeah.
And then there's also the hay fever and all that kind of stuff, so yeah, not really the best option to do it.
Maybe something less physically demanding then.
Get out and do stuff.
Yeah, just look for clubs or something in your area that you can easily get to.
Yeah, perhaps I should do it, although I'm too nervous to do. Like, I also wanted to go to the gym, but I don't want to go alone.
Why not?
Well, if something happens, how do I get back home?
Oh, like that, yeah, okay.
Buddy. Call an Uber.
An Uber.
Yeah, no cash for that.
Well, not now.
Later, when you're
But
rolling
later.
big bucks.
Yeah, well, when I have cash, then yeah, perhaps. Because I do want to get like fit again, and I do want to like exercise and use some weights and some equipment in the gym. But again, I don't want to do alone. I don't want to go alone, just in case I go through my back.
Yeah. I've been
there's
looking for like a
there,
second-hand
a
treadmill
gym.
once you do have a little bit of money, and just putting a treadmill in your bedroom or something, so you can walk at home. That, in case something happens, you're right there.
Yeah, I've thought about it, but I don't really want to buy the equipment, to be honest. Like, besides, I'm getting way more exercise than I did before. Like, going up and down the stairs multiple times a day really helped me out. And even though with the exercises that I was doing before, also helped very much, although I need to pick it back up again. But in general, it's like, I just don't want to do it alone, you know, like in case something happens, even when I'm at home. Like, I don't want to be stuck on the medication because it hurts so much and I'd be forced to take it. And I know it's going to make me sick the next day. So that's also kind of like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because I don't want to suffer and I don't want to feel sick.
What about walking? Is walking okay?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If I have to stand on my legs or use my legs in general, it's not going to end well for my back. That's the thing. If I have to use my leg, even if I just sit on my ass and like do bench presses with my legs, for example, it's going to hit my back.
Yeah.
Like the muscles from my leg are somehow attached to my spine.
Well, yeah, they are.
And they pull on that specific part where it hurts.
Right.
So anything that has to do with my legs, even walking or just simply standing, is gonna hit my back. That's my issue. Like even a bike, if I just sit on a bike and pedal,
And
it's gonna hit my back.
Swimming?
Swimming goes relatively okay, because even if I don't use my legs, I can still use my arms.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm way out of shape.
Yeah, but that's the swimming. That's what it's for.
Just like
Getting back
doing
in.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to do some more swimming in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm definitely into that because I used to be a really, really good swimmer. Actually, I'm the best swimmer of my family, to be honest.
Mm-mm.
Although it's been a couple of years, so I'll probably need to get a refreshing course. But yeah, I was like, as my mom called, a water rat.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, like I used to do so much stuff. Like I used to love running. I just can't physically do it anymore.
No. Okay, we'll try to get back into swimming then, I guess. Is there like a pool near you?
Not that I'm aware of. Like the closest is like in a different town, I think. The one that I usually go to is in Oost, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I could also go to Eindhoven, perhaps,
Okay.
but I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Like I haven't really looked into it because, well,
Isn't like Eindhoven
no money, so no point.
a long distance, Eindhoven?
Yeah, well, regardless on how you look at it, I have to drive there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been going to. I've been invited to swim with my nephews more and more often.
Yeah.
So
And then you can spend
yeah,
time
I'll-
with them as well. Yeah.
exactly. So we're basically trying to combine things, but since they always pay for my ticket,
Yeah.
you know that's gonna rank up eventually. So it's kind of like, yeah, they can't always like spend money for me, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like they also have their own family to take care of, and if I'm always there and they always have to pay for me, that's still an extra person that they have to pay.
But maybe the pool has like a special program for people who don't have a lot of money anyway. Sometimes they have that, like a public service type thing.
I'm not sure. Like lately, they were also talking about children that go to for swimming lessons, and they have to do it outside where it's free.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that kind of situation. But yeah, it all comes down to like when do we have time and who's gonna pay and how much is it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am getting more out and I'm being more invited. And now that my nephews are getting older,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, more stuff is happening, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm being more and more involved as well.
I don't think that your brother minds paying your way for the swimming if it's just fun to hang out.
Oh,
wouldn't worry too much
he
about
doesn't.
that.
Like he's glad to do it, but he also needs to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
You know, like he often like invites me to do stuff, like go to the movie. Like I think, like 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, maybe longer. I can't remember. They invited me to go to the movies,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, yeah, of course they wanted to pay, and yes, it's going to be a child movie, of course, because the kids were there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like, yeah, no, I'm busy. I don't have time because at the same time I also had to go to my dad's place. Oh wait, it was the Christmas dinner when we're gonna make pizzas. I think it was that day.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, well, no, it's gonna be too late because then I will be because, well, who's gonna pick me? If you're gonna pick me up, then I have to wait till you guys go.
Mm-hmm.
So, and because I'm not sure what the weather was. I think it was very cold or something like that, or rainy. I can't remember. And it was like, yeah, no, not really feeling it to go into the rain.
Okay, but did they go?
Oh yeah, they went. And then afterwards they drove straight to my dad's place.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did all the dinner and stuff, and it got pretty late as well.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they invite me more and more often lately. But yeah, it would be nice if I can also do some stuff for myself, you know?
Sure.
And it is getting better. It just takes a little bit more time. Like I think 6 more months, And that's basically the start and the trigger of like, finally, now we can do stuff that I want to do. You like go swimming once a month or something like that to start with.
So month, once
What? Once a week?
But like I said, to start with, you know, it's like I have to start somewhere, because if I start spending too much money, I won't be able to pay it off. You know, like I still need to pay off my debt. It's just like, oh, now I got 100 years free. Now I can use that to pay it off faster.
What?
I thought we were talking about once you're done.
Oh yeah, when I'm completely done, I'll probably do some more fun stuff. Like every week, do something like either go to the movies or like swimming or that kind of stuff. You know, to do something fun for a change. But yeah, I do need to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
So after 6 months from now, I'll have to see. Okay, how much do I actually have able to spend, because there's still some things I need to do here, because I'm pretty sure I need to replace my bed relatively soon, because I think any day now I'm gonna be sleeping on the floor.
No.
So so once I hope it lasts at least for 6 more months.
And there are some advantages to sleeping on the floor as well.
Yeah, true, but yeah, anyway, I want to get my bed replaced, and I want a stove. And I know my stove is going to cost me, I think, about 1,200, like 1,000 for the stove. Then I need to hire an engineer to hook it up, because it doesn't come with a cable. And I think they need to pull a couple of new wires. So I'll need to pay that as well. So then I'll need to buy some new cookingware as well, because some of my cookingware is not compatible. So, and I would love to cook more, and I would also love to eat more healthier and make more different what do you call it? Different dishes.
Yeah.
And I always loved cooking, and I'm pretty good at it. It's just that because things got more and more expensive, it was more and more difficult to like keep that going. Like I'm already like spending more money than I usually do on food, simply because I can afford it now. Like this month, I'll have consumed chicken twice, and I usually only did chicken in every 3 months or so. And now I'm doing it every month, at least twice in a month. So I'm already like improving myself with more luxury food, so to say. So I can also make more dishes like nasi or bami or that kind of stuff. You know, these are things that I usually never eat because it's too expensive.
Yeah.
So by doing this, I also have more energy to do stuff, and I feel more energetic as well. And the fact that I'm losing fat is a good thing.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time. Like I said, I'm really, really excited for this year, because a lot of things are gonna change dramatically if nothing crazy happens. Like if my washing machine blows up or something else, then yeah, crap. But I don't expect that to happen anytime soon. Knock on wood.
Yeah, don't talk about it too much.
But just in general, like things are finally being paid off. I will finally be able to do stuff, and maybe in a couple of years I'll be able to get like a little companion, like a cat. So I won't be alone anymore, which will also help me like mentally, so to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to a lot of stuff, actually.
Well, that's good.
Mhm.
Good to look forward to things where you're not feeling too well.
Mhm. So that's also one of the reasons why I don't experience that I feel like depressed. Like maybe I am, I don't know, but it sounds like I'm depressed, but I'm actually quite excited for what's to come.
I'm not sure if it's a depression, but you do have some mental hang-ups, I think. You tend
Oh,
to
definitely.
go into different loops that you can't really get out of.
Yeah, definitely. It's just like I know for a fact that once things are paid off, that I can finally breathe again. And just the idea of me being able to breathe again, it's such a relief, as in like finally I can do fun stuff. You know, like the normalest thing that people do is a luxury for me. And it's like you're finally able to do it is such a relief. Like I don't know if you guys ever seen a video that I started crying when I was talking about the battery that I was able to buy for my electric bill. For my solar panel system.
Don't know if I've seen that one.
I don't even know if I still have it, to be
It may
honest.
have been deleted already, yeah.
But a while back, like when I actually realized that I was finally going to be able to reduce my power bill and get the battery to save more power, just the realization that it was actually coming true, it was such a relief because I knew that I will improve financially from it, as in like, oh, I can finally pay my bills and I don't have to worry about it anymore. It was such a relief that I just started to cry uncontrollably.
Right, I don't think I
just
saw
because
that
I was so relieved. And it just shows on how much stress and worry I had about it. And now that it's all starting to fade away and disappear, it's like my past comes surfacing because, well, I put it away in a box and now it's time to clean out that box.
Oh, there you go. You can unpack things.
And it's like, okay, now it's all done. You're paid off your debt. What's next? I don't know. New adventure. See what the world has to offer, you know? Like, go out there, make some friends, and go places, see the world. You know? Go on some more road trips. I don't know.
Just do whatever you feel like.
Exactly. And perhaps meet some new people and stuff like that, you know? But then I will be able to do it, and now I won't. So, yeah, it's just a matter of time. But oh boy, when that time comes, like my dad actually, when he was here, he gave me compliments and was actually quite proud of me that after all that I've been through, that I'm finally starting to build my house. Like with the lights, for example, like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I can see you're still not there yet, but you're investing in your house and you're building your future and that kind of stuff. And it's like he was proud of me of that. It's like, yeah, you're finally able to stand on your own feet. I don't have to worry about you anymore. You know, just by hearing that just made me tear up a little. It's like, yeah, you know, finally, I'm getting there. I'm almost there, just a little bit longer. And then I can just unload and just break out into tears and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay for me to let it go, so to say. I know it sounds dramatic, but that's just how I see it. You know, like right now I have to toughen it out and just survive. And once that's all done, it's like I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's like, oh, finally.
At last.
Yeah, at last. And then the relief is going to be so much that I will just start crying out uncontrollably just because I'm finally there. I finally made it to the point where I can just live my life without having to worry about shit. As like, oh, I can't pay my bills. So, oh, I don't have any food this month. Oh, what do I eat tonight because I don't have money, you know? Or, oh, I go through my bag. How do I get home? You know, I can't afford a cab and stuff like that. So I'm limiting myself just because I don't have cash. Like, I'm afraid to go outside because if I go through my back, how the hell am I gonna get home? So
Yeah.
that I can call my brother or my dad to drive 150. Like, hey, can you drive 150 kilometers to pick me off the street and then drive another 150 to go back home? He's like, yeah, no.
Not today.
Exactly. Or like, hey, can you pick me off the street? You know, I already struggle to get a ride home if I'm at the hospital. So, so yeah, but not being able to depend on other people to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, it's kind of like a feeling of finally I'm able to be independent. You know, it's okay to ask for help, I know that, but it's a different thing if you're finally able to do it on your own. It's like, oh, I went to the bathroom and I did it on my own. You know, I don't need anybody to wipe my ass like a 3-year-old.
A 3-year-old.
Yeah, that's sometimes how I feel, like a 3-year-old. Like, oh, I can't do this. Can you please help me because I cannot do it? Like, for example, reading my papers, it's like I feel so helpless. It's like it's okay that you can't do anything, but it's the most simple, basic thing that almost nobody struggles with. And then it just makes you feel like, I don't know, like, it's hard to explain, but it makes you feel so useless.
Yeah. Where's the mob coming from?
I have no idea. I see like
What's coming from?
necromancers at the thingy, and I have no idea how they managed to get here.
It's totally lit up, and it's just crawling with mobs.
Oh.
And
Yeah, I just put those things there.
those mobs there?
No, the torches. The mobs were already there before I placed the torches.
It's just weird.
That's also because I redecorated the whole thing.
Now I gotta come take a look.
Things killing me.
Hello.
What are they
Hello.
thinking?
And I actually destroyed my hero sword.
Trouble.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
There's a hidden villager blocking my hero building.
Wait. Buckets of water. Put this in here. Where is it? You. And the clock.
What is on?
What in the
I
blazes?
don't want to just be killed.
Alright, let's take a look what we got here. Oh, there you are. Where are the mobs?
Over on the other side of the wall. I don't know if they're still there, but
Oh, that sounds like it's... Oh, these guys.
I don't see them anymore now.
There's the couple by the wall. Right by the wall. Ow, ow. Oh, these are necromancers, okay. Fun. Whee. That hurts. Oh, I'm withered.
Ah.
Oh, I brought my food. Good.
I accidentally broke my hero sword earlier, and I need to buy a new one, but mine is blocked.
Yeah,
Somebody else bought one.
So that is a necromancer? Is it? Because he does have the purple rings. So I think it is a necromancer. But why? Who summoned it?
Idea was this.
Yeah. Who is responsible? Thinking one of those two.
I think it's those brothers over there.
Yeah. The relatives.
Yeah, that's what I think.
What about down
Yeah,
here?
you. Mr.
Just-
Jumping High.
Horses. And they've
You're
also
just dying with laughter there.
gone away. That's the most fun thing in the world. Huh? I don't even know where they've gone.
Come on, villager, level up or do something so I can buy the sword. Thank you.
Do something, villager.
Yeah, I accidentally destroyed my hero sword.
Mm.
I was fixing something, and I pushed a button, and suddenly it replaced my hero sword with the item that I was trying to get to fix it.
Creative mode. Destroyed it.
Yeah. Like, I actually did some world editing earlier to test something out. And I made a huge hole. And then I was trying to fix that hole or close it up.
Did y'all see this?
And then suddenly I pushed a button and it screwed everything over.
What are we seeing? This. Oh, a new way down? Oh, look at that.
Oh!
The shulker boxes.
I was fixing to tell Marvin.
But he kept talking about his hero sword. Are these shulker boxes with the different hero items?
Yeah.
Fun. Nice.
Well, I got a new one, so it's fine.
Next time you can come grab one down here.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're all here. It's past 7. Shall we break a few lucky blocks, or what's the plan?
Be my guest.
Because, I just got all my stuff back. Let's see. Let's grab one. Nope, Rebel's going. Pick one.
What?
Carrots. I'm going for this one. Hope that doesn't kill me.
I got one.
Oh, books. Oh, these are books. Enchanted books. Let's see, we have what enchantments? Projectile protection 4, silk touch. Oh, that's handy, silk touch. And punch 2, power 5.
Okay,
But
I got the lucky one. I'm gonna leave the other one.
Fortune 1, knockback 2.
But
Ooh, oh, this one again. We've seen that before.
haven't we?
What's
Is it
this?
changed?
Thorns.
I got a
Oh.
beacon.
Lots of books.
You don't want those?
No, you pick them.
They look pretty. They
Nice
don't
pile.
leave the door.
They do. They're very pretty. They're very shiny. Can you even reach that?
If he jumps, perhaps.
He's trying to get up to it. Oh. Pull the lever. Here it comes. Probably TNT. Oh, fireworks. Hey, that was pretty. Oh, what's in there? Gold? Oh, there's the blocks that you destroyed. Funny. These are all lucky blocks then.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe not.
Cat, come over here.
A chest.
Cat, there's a fire for you.
Cats.
There's a free fire for you.
A forest. Ooh. Oh, that destroyed the ceiling.
Well, that's fine. The ceiling is just for lights. That's why I put them on slightly higher with unbreakable blocks, and hopefully that will fix some of the issues.
A bottle of Hero's Potion. This one is not on the pedestal. Oh, Bob is here. Bob is here, everybody.
I think we need to get rid of them.
Here comes Bob. There he is. Does he have thorns? Let's take a look. Oh, okay. Yeah, thorns. Ew.
Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the
Can
Builder,
we break him? Yes, we can. Eventually.
Kidding.
Bob the Builder,
Never kills you.
can we fix
Yeah.
it? Bob the Builder, can we
Oh, have you seen the flight area that I made for this area? If you, if you fall down,
Yeah.
I made an opening that you can use your glider and fireworks to glide out of the underground stuff instead of using the
Oh.
The thingy,
We do have
the
to
stairs.
think to do that then. What's in here? This one's empty. Oh, we're already in the blocks. That's fast. That's because we were, of course, very quick
Like
to go
it's-
through them.
No
They were all
major
It's
lucky.
in
disasters.
it's in this corner. If you're down, you will see 2 arrows, and you know exactly where to aim to fly at.
Oh.
Because this area is so big,
Ah, up
you
there.
can just go whoop.
Whoop. Uh-huh, but I'm really bad at aiming, so...
Okay,
But it's an option.
I believe you.
And otherwise, you have to fly. That's it.
I need some work on it.
Whee!
I'm gonna make me a lucky block.
Oh, and I also made this switch so you know exactly where the train is going to. So this way, by default, is going up to the splitter,
Mhm.
and this one goes through here to my place, I guess.
Okay.
It goes up there, and then it's gonna stop on my land. It goes underneath the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. What's this sign say? One is lucky, one is not. Oh. Okay. Well, they're all gone now. Yeah. But one of them was lucky, but the other was not. The other one gave us Bob.
That's the unlucky.
Oh, he dropped his shoes over there. Let's take a look at Bob's shoes. They are Diamond Boots Protection 1, Fire Protection 3, Feather Falling 2, Projectile Protection 1, Thorns 3, and Unbreaking 2. Okay. Not too bad. Wait, do I have Silk Touch on here yet? No, I do not.
Oh, it was very weird weather today.
Yeah?
Like snowy and sun shining and
Yeah,
very slippery.
I know, because I was driving over to work and there wasn't any snow or ice, and then I came back and there was nothing but snow everywhere. Alright, anyway, I'm going to stand over here, and I got you guys over there in view. Very good. So, today we had a good talk with Marvin. And, what is that, a heart on your front? That's rubble over there. I've been working on my floor. I'm going to make the central strip that used to be red sand into a multicolored rainbow thing. I'm not really sure where I'm going with it, but we'll see. Because I'm still trying to decorate my dome. And what have you guys been doing?
Oh,
Working on your rails again? I saw you gave yourself some rails.
I finished it.
Finished
I
it.
just make it a bit prettier, but it's
Ah,
working.
nice. And did you notice all the mushrooms in your land?
And me,
Mushrooms in your land or your dome?
I have mushrooms. I don't know why.
I put them there a couple of weeks ago
Yeah.
because I had extras.
Okay. Where they came from.
Yeah. What about Brandon? What have you been doing today?
Nothing.
Nothing. That's not a lot. And in Minecraft,
I've been working on the dam.
you work on a dam, like the restaurant, or more things?
No, the thing that's way on top, like the big block thing there.
Yeah.
I put the spinning things in there, but I'm still planning to add some more stuff.
Well, there's plenty of space to add, so there will be more things to come, no doubt. Okay, then that is it for Minecraft for this week, and it's going to be the weekend in the meantime, but after that we'll be back with Stardew Valley, where it is spring, luckily. Unfortunately not spring out here, but that'll come eventually. So we'll continue with our game then. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a nice weekend. Don't destroy yourselves too much over here with the lucky blocks. Or fishing rods, whatever you're doing. Careful now. Oh, being pushed around. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye. I'm gonna get out of
Have
here
a nice
before things
weekend,
get
guys.
crazy.
See you Tuesday.
Bye. Now I gotta go before
Bye.
everything goes insane.